Yo, what's up? D-Real here. Welcome back to the channel. Just out at NHMX on a Saturday, October 25th. Working on some suspension settings, or I guess I should say sag and fork height. Gonna give you a quick overview of my experience or where I'm going with this. So today the track was prime. This is the old Jolly Roger, if you're not familiar with it being called NHMX. I think it's been called that for decades. So anyway, when I used to race, it was called Jolly Roger. Now Tony LaRusso owns it. NHMX it is. And the track was amazing. There wasn't many people here. I was doing a little bit of trial and error with, like I said, the sag on my 26 Honda 250F and fork height. I didn't adjust the clicker or anything. Rebound, compression, all left it the same. I was just trying to find out what the difference would be on both spectrums with more fork height, less fork height, and sag and all that. And my findings were pretty stunning. I ended up back at my home setting, to be honest, but it was good to know what it did. The track today was amazing. Soil was great. It had enough moisture in it. The bike was hooking up. My bike actually felt really good here today. So I'm trying to set up this bike to be better in the woods and not so much the motocross track. But today I got a good test and a feel for the adjustments, because in the woods, sometimes you make some adjustments. It takes longer to feel it because you got to hit that same bump again over and over again. So here it is. My findings were, or my setting on my Honda 250F is 7 millimeters down or up with the forks and the triple clamp, and I'm running my stock. I'm running 4.5 springs in the front, and in the rear shock I'm running a stock spring at this moment, and I'm at 100 sag, and that's me sitting on the bike at a neutral position and 114 millimeters away from the seat on the fender is where I took the measurement, where we took the measurements from. Things I noticed going further down with the fork, triple clamp, I went to like 10 millimeters. I got a lot of reverb in my hands. It turned a lot sharper, but the trade-off wasn't as what I was looking for. I wanted the bike to be balanced. So doing that kind of coming out with the rebound would have been my next step to open up the valving, and it would have like soaked it up, but it just was pitched too much. So I went back to 7. I tried less sag, like 98. It was too jacked up in the back for me. It turned really sharp, but almost too sharp. And then I went to like 110, and it wasn't staying in a rut. Like that turn I just went by, and it wasn't turning sharp enough. So I was trying to level out the bike. So where I found it that works for me is 7 millimeters fork height showing and 100 sag on my current setting. Keep in mind, I have offset race cups. It makes the rake longer. I have them facing forward to cure stability issues at high speed, so keep that in mind. Where are we gonna go next? All right, so the track. We'll do a lap with me on the track and what I'm doing and what my changes were helping with. So you're familiar with the track. This is the two tabletops coming down the hill, taking this right. I was going out wide, staying standing, and just letting the bike soak up everything instead of sitting down and put my leg out. It just felt smoother. Cutting in, going up high, cutting in, hitting the whatever's left of the Intimidator. This right hand hook was hard because it was like a 90. Hitting that into this lovely sand section, third, fourth gear, jumping that, wheel tapping that, and then getting into this berm, trying standing, sitting, going on the left outside. I swapped it out every time, but I preferred to stay standing on that outside right-hander. And then that tabletop. This section is where I noticed this right-left when I played with the sag and stuff and the fork height. If I wasn't balanced, the bike wouldn't turn, or it would turn too sharp, or it didn't have traction, vice versa, especially off that off-camber left before that table. Now coming down the start stretch to the right is where the starting gate is. So this is high speed, fourth gear. Dipping down into this, sitting down real quick to get traction, and jumping over this was awesome. Taking this right-hander, I noticed a lot with the sag right there, traction-wise. And then this right-hand rut is what I was trying to compare everything to and get comfortable in. I could do that standing, and my bike would stay in the rut, like without any effort, that's the feeling I liked. And then you hit that jump with the ruts, not much of a jump today, under the tunnel. This right-hander was a 92. Jumping that, couldn't really clear that, and I was going over that roller and jumping down this hill. Going down this high speed, you get some head shake, but I have those offset cups. I'm good there. This right-hander, I was trying to cut in on the inside and take that, and this left-hander I struggled with, but where I have the bike set up now, that flat track left hand up and down feels pretty predictable. Like, I'm talking about no washout feeling or the rear wheel sliding out. So here we are. That concluded a lap with me. Yeah, so just, you know, something, food for thought, just trying some things. I was alone today, just trying some settings to see what it really does. And I can't preface enough, I'm one that does not touch or mess around with my bike much, so today was big for me. Even though I ended up at my setting that I showed up with, it just reminded me of what I can do and where I can go with it. Apparently I had the right setup on this bike for today. I gotta try it out in the woods this weekend and see if I like the feedback. But finding a bike that's good on moto track and in the woods is like almost impossible. You can get something that's decent in both. I'm going more for the woods because I struggle more there, and I can, you know, manhandle the bike in the moto track. It can be really fast with rebound. That doesn't bother me as much. But what I'm looking for is more traction and turning radius. So anyway, continue to watch. Just a couple laps here. I'm not really ripping because I'm just getting feel for the bike, but like and subscribe. I'll be at the J-Day at Southwick, the final round. Shout out. I hear you all cheering on the sidelines. It definitely motivates me. If you see me, yell at me, tell me to go faster, stop being a puss, whatever you gotta do. It motivates me, trust me. And I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you at the next. Later.